You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody. Instead of a bum, which is what I am. Let's face it.
Hey everyone, it's the blind guy again with another good old movie recommendation where I tell you why you should check out a good old movie in less than 5 minutes. Today we are looking at Elia Kazan's On the Waterfront from 1954, starring Marlon Brando, winner of Best Picture, and Brando taking home the Oscar for Best Actor. On the Waterfront is often seen as Elia Kazan's middle finger to Hollywood, because in 1952 he acted as an informant for the U.S. government, outing several of his friends in Hollywood for being communist sympathizers or members of the Communist Party. And so On the Waterfront focuses on Marlon Brando's character, Terry, who is an enforcer for the mafia on the waterfront, hence the name. And he witnesses a mafia hit and has to wrestle with whether he should become an informant for the U.S. government, or whether he should appease his mafia bosses and keep his mouth shut. The movie is famous for this scene right here. That scene takes place in a taxi cab where Rod Steiger is playing Brando's brother in the movie, and he is pleading with Brando not to go forward with being an informant, and Brando is struggling with whether or not to move forward on that. The movie is excellent. It is worth your time for sure for Marlon Brando's performance alone. Kazan was famous for popularizing method acting, and Marlon Brando is famous for being one of the first method actors, and you definitely see that in the movie. He seems to be about 20 years ahead of his time, and he's also supported by an excellent as I said, Rod Steiger's performance in the taxi scene is also excellent. And then also Karl Malden's performance as the priest in the movie is also excellent. He was in Streetcar Named Desire also with Marlon Brando, and I was impressed with his performance in that too. So I'll have to check out more of his stuff. The movie has an excellent sense of realism and kind of a grittiness to it. You feel like you are also a dock worker. I know I have no idea what that feels like, but I did feel like I was there and I was part of it while I was watching the movie. Kazan does a lot of interesting shots where he'll have a character in the background talking to a character in the foreground, but the character in the foreground is very close to the camera and has been blurred, causing your focus to be on the character in the background. I don't know if that's a trademark of Kazan, but it seems to be ahead of its time. If you watch a lot of movies from the 40s and 50s, they don't seem to use that very often. So I was impressed by that. It's got great lighting, almost a film noir sense to it. I don't actually know if this movie's considered noir or not, but I did get the noir vibe a few times during the movie. Marlon Brando's character arc is something that you just don't see in newer movies. He goes from being an enforcer for the mafia and has this internal struggle throughout the movie, and just has an incredible character arc throughout the entire movie. So I highly recommend that you guys check it out. And Elia Kazan was blacklisted in Hollywood because of his naming names in 1952, and in 1999 he famously won a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Academy Awards, and several actors did not even applaud for him. So let me know in the comments below what you think of that. Was that justified, or should we just celebrate him as an actor, regardless of your views on his politics or what he did in 1952? I personally believe that he is one of the most influential directors of all time, directing Streetcar Named Desire, On the Waterfront, and East of Eden. And so it's just a shame that he only did, I believe, only 5 movies after 1960. And so I would have liked to have seen what other movies he had done after that point if he was not blacklisted. So let me know in the comments below what you think. If you watched the movie, also let me know. and we can have a discussion about it. But I highly recommend that you guys check out On the Waterfront from 1954, starring the great, eccentric, but great Marlon Brando. See y'all next time. Get it?